welcome to ACE Online, and I'm back with a series of 1000+ questions based on quant and reasoning. So if you're preparing for any competitive exam, there's a section of these two subjects, then these sessions are very beneficial for you. And if you know such persons who are preparing for such competitive exams like railway, SSC board, banking, some center level, some state level, or some technical based examination where there is a section of these two subjects, then don't forget to share the link of these particular series with them so that they can also join us and do practice with us. So without wasting much more time, let's start our today's session and let's see what kind of questions we are having. So this is a very first question, and in this particular session we are having few puzzles, right? So this is a very first puzzle and it's a very easy one, which is saying that 7 girls P, Q, R, S, T, U and V are watching movies on different days of the week, starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. So what we need to do, we just simply need to take a week, right? Not necessarily in the same order. Q is going to watch movie on Tuesday, U is going to watch movie on adjacent day of Q. There are 3 days gap between the days on which U and P are going to watch movie. V is going to watch movie just after S. There is as many girls watching movie between P and V, same as between S and R. R is watching movie before S but not just before. So this is a puzzle that we are having, and accordingly we need to give our answers. So let's see who is going to answer this first. This is a very easy puzzle that you need to solve. Just simply try to make an arrangement accordingly and you will get the answers. Okay, let's start discussing it. As it is given that it is starting from Monday and ends on Sunday. So what we are having, we are just creating it like this. This is my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Right? There are chances that we do have multiple cases, so I will draw multiple cases at the same time, right? Okay. Let's start solving it. The question is saying that, or we can say the clue is saying that Q is going to watch movie on Tuesday. So the position of Q is fixed, so we can put Q over here, right? Next, U is going to watch movie on adjacent day of Q. Now, maybe it's Monday or maybe it's Wednesday. So we'll do one thing, we will assume U in one case over here and U over here in one case, right? Next, there are 3 days gap between the day on which U and P are going to watch a movie. There's a gap of 3 days, 1, 2, 3. That means P. We can't go this side, right? So 1, 2, 3. Here we are having P, right? Next. The next one is saying that V is going to watch movie just after S. Okay, if we are having S like this, then we need to put V over here. There are as many girls watching movie between P and V is same as S and R. Okay, R is going to watch movie before S but not just before. Okay, so we are having these clues. Now we are only having 2 cases and we need to put the rest girls in these blanks. Okay, so here we need 2 consecutive places for SV. We know that we need 2 consecutive places for SV. It may be this one or it may be this one. Now if I'll put SV over here, then where I'm going to put R? So I can't put SV over here. And if I put SV over here, then there is only one girl in between P and V. So I need to make sure that there is only one girl in between S and R. So I need to put R over here. Now I am only left with one girl, that is P, Q, R, S, T, right? So I need to put T over here. This is the arrangement in my case number 1. Now I need to check my case number 2. So I need 2 consecutive places. It may be this one or it may be this one, right? Now, how many girls are there in between P and V? There is just one girl. So I need to make sure that there is only one girl in between S and R. Can I put that? No. But here I can put that. But if I'll put R over here, then this condition is not going to be satisfied, which says that R is watching movie before S. Here R is watching movie after S. So this case is eliminated, right? Now in this one, there is no one in between them. So according to this, I need to put R over here. But again, the clue is saying that not just before. That means this case is also eliminated and we are done with our case, as our case number 1 is the correct one, right? Now accordingly, what we have to do, we have to answer few questions. Very good, Rakesh. So these are the questions that we are having and we need to answer them. First, if you and V interchange their days of watching movie, then on which day V is watching movie, right? So here if they are going to interchange, then here we are having U and here we are having V. Now the question is asking after interchanging on which day V is watching. So V is watching on Monday. So answer is option number A is the correct one, right? Next, who among the following girl is going to watch movie just after P? So just after P we are having S, that means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. This is a very simple one, right? Next, this is our next puzzle. In this one, what we are having 6 electric poles and we need to arrange them, or we need to put them in an order. It may be the ascending or it may be the descending. It totally depends on your choice in which order you are going to arrange them, right? So here we are having our data and accordingly we need to arrange them. Very good, Chandrasekhar. Now try to solve this particular question and let me know what arrangement you are getting. It's a very simple one. On the basis of this arrangement, what we have to do, we have to answer these 3 questions. Okay. So the question is saying that there are 6 electric poles, all are of different heights. T is taller than M and N is shorter than R. Okay, so what we will do, we will just draw the small clues. T is taller than M and N is shorter than R. Okay, next, the one who is third shortest is 102 centimeter in height, okay, and how many poles we are having? We are having 6 poles. So I am going to draw it in the descending order. First tallest, second tallest, third tallest, then third shortest, second shortest and the shortest, right? Now according to the question is saying that the third shortest, that means this person, is of 102 centimeter. The height of this particular person is 102 centimeter. X is taller than T, so we can put X over here, right? Next, R is not the tallest. If it is so, we can put like this. We are not going to put R over here. Next, the one who is the second tallest in 119 centimeter. That means we are talking about this person. The height of this particular person is 119 centimeter. Next, neither T nor M is the third shortest person, okay. So at this position we are not going to put T nor M, right. Next, M is not the shortest, okay, M is not also the shortest, so we can't put M over here as this is the shortest person. Next, Y is taller than N, okay. Y is taller than N, but shorter than X and R. So this is the data that we are having and we need to put it over here. Now we know that here if we will see, we are having 3 entities, right? We are having 3 entities, and here we are not going to put M, here also we are not going to put M, right? So we are only left with these 3 places, but we can also put M or T over here. But if I will put T over here, then where I am going to put M? So it is clearly we can say that we are not going to put T over here. Now what we are having, we need to put them together. If it is so, we can just assume that, let's suppose we are putting M over here, right? So the next place that we are having for T is either this one or this one, because we need to take care of X as well. So I am just assuming that, let's suppose T is over here, right? Now the question is also saying that here the Y is shorter than both R and X but greater than N. So if I am putting N over here, because this is the only possibility that I am having to put N, so this is the only place that we are having for Y, because it is saying that we can't plus T and M over here. So these are the only 2 possible cases. Now we are only left with these two electric poles, but the question is saying that we are not going to put R over here, so we can put R over here and X over here. So this is the arrangement that we got from the given data, and accordingly we need to arrange the quotient, right? What we need to do, we need to arrange the quotient, right? Chinna Rakesh, the arrangement that you have drawn, we can draw it, but again it's a possibility case. We are not sure whether we will get this arrangement or not. In this particular question, if we will talk about, there are so many possibility cases, but this is the actual arrangement which is given by the banking examination. This is basically a PYQ of the, I guess, the SBI clerk, right? And this is the answer which is given by the question. When I was solving this particular question, I am also getting the multiple answers, right? But if I go through the this particular questions, we are not having these specific options for them, right? So let's talk about the first one. Who among the following is the second tallest, right? So according to them, the correct answer is R. But according to me, it is can't be determined, because what we are having the different cases over here. There are chances that we can put T over here or we can put R over here. And I have added one more line. The question is till this point only. This extra data is not given. If this data is also not given, then there are more possible cases are there, right? So this is something different kind of question, but there is no like argument, or there is nothing happened to this particular question. They only consider this particular arrangement on this one, right? So we are also going to consider this solution right now, and we are going to give answer accordingly, right? Second one. What will be the possible height for T? So according to this one, according to this particular arrangement, the value should be lie in between this range, and the only possible answer is option number C, right? Next, who among the following is the third shortest? Third shortest is nothing but the Y. That is nothing but option number D, right? So this is a very different kind of question in which even I am not satisfied with the answer, but if I will consider the actual answer which is given by the banking examination is that only. Next, the next question is from the concept of syllogisms. So what we are having 2 statements, and accordingly we need to check 2 conclusions. So what answer you people are getting in this one? It's a very simple one. Okay, statement, all cameras are books, all cameras are books, some pens are cameras, some pens are cameras, right? This is my basic diagram. Now on the basis of this, what I have to do, I just simply have to check my 2 conclusions. First one, all pens is book, can we say that? No, we can't. We are not sure whether all the pens are books or not, but we can say that the some part of pens are books, right? Next one, some books are pen. Can we say that? Yes, here we do have this, that means this one is true. If this one is true, that means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Very good Sundaram, very good Rakesh, right? Next. The next, in this one we are having 3 statements, and accordingly we need to check 2 conclusions whether they are true or not. So let me know what answer you people are getting. It's a very simple one. Again, what we have to do, we have to draw the basic diagram. All lamps are tables, all cups are spoons, and some cups are tables. Some cups are tables and all the cups are spoons, right? This is what we are having as our diagram. Now, conclusion. Some lamps is cup. Can we say that? No, we can't. Why? Because there is nothing common in between them. We do not even have the indirect relation. Second, some spoons are lamps. Can we say that? Again, we can't. Do we have the same entity? No. So, option number D is the correct one. Neither first nor second follows. Very good Sundara, right? Next one. Some fruits are cars, some cars are planes. This is what? This is our statements. Now, accordingly, what we need to do, we need to check 2 conclusions, whether they are true or not. So, what answer we people are getting? Very good Rakesh, very good Sundaram. Now, try to solve this particular question. It's again a very simple one. Some fruits are cars, some fruits are cars, right? Some cars are planes. This is what? This is my basic diagram. Now, first one, no fruit is plane. Can we say that? No. Why? Because we are not having the sufficient data to determine this. We are not having any direct or indirect relations, right? Next, all planes are fruit. Can we say that? Again, we can't. So, what is the correct answer in this one? Very good Ganesh. What about others? What is the correct answer for this one? We are having both the conclusion in the can't say category. Any one of you, what is the correct answer? Very good Shrisha. Anyone else? Very good Rakesh. Anyone else? If I will see here what we are having fruit, fruit, planes, planes. But if you think about, can we put complementary pair over here as we are having all no? No, we can't. Because for the complementary pair, we should need a pair of some no, not all no. Because if you will draw the diagram, in that also you can, all you can do is this one. All you can draw is this one, this is fruit, this is car and this is planes. But apart from that, if we do talk about the possible diagram, because there is no possibilities, so we are not going to draw the possibility diagram. Few people might have some problem with this one, like we are having the same entities, ma'am, can't we put complementary pair? No. In the complementary pair, we are having a pair of some no, not all no. And because of that, the correct answer over here is your option number D, neither one nor two. Neither one nor true. Is it clear? Next, this one is a very easy one. So, what we have to do, we just simply need to find out how many pairs we are having in a word sequential which are having the exact same gap that we are having in our English alphabetic series. So, how we are going to attempt them? So, first we need to just simply write down the word that we are having and we need to write down the correct spelling, right? Sequential. Now, the second step is we need to write down the actual associated numbers. 19, 5, 17, 21, 5, 14, 20 9, 1, 12. Now with the help of these associated numbers, you can easily able to calculate how many pairs we are having. As 21 is the highest number, so there is no point to go beyond 21 and there is no point to count with the 21 as well. And we will always count in the increasing side, right? So first I will pick 19 and I will check in both the direction. As there is no word, so there is no point to go in this side. 19, 20, 21, I will stop till 21 because 21 is the highest number, right? Next, 5, 6, do we get that? No. So start moving in this direction. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did we got any pair? No. Next, 17, 18, 19. Yes, we got our first pair, right? This side, 18, 19, 20, 21. Stop till 21. There is no point to count with this one as this is the highest number. Next, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Next, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, we got one more pair. 17, 18, 19. We got one more pair. Till now we are having 3 pairs. That means we can eliminate this option, right? Next, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No. 20, 21, 21. No. Next, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No. 10, 11. No. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we got one more pair. So this option is also eliminated, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. That side. 2. No. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So how many pairs we got? We only got 4 pairs. That means option number C is the correct one. Option number C is the correct one. This is a very simple one. No, Rakesh, here we are having total 4 pairs. We need to count in from both the sides, right? Option number C is the correct one. Now the next one. This question is from the concept of direction sense and this is a very easy question. So first we need to draw our diagram as per the given clues and accordingly we need to answer these 3 questions. Very good, Sundaram. Now try to draw the diagram according to this one and this is your direction plane for your reference. North, east, south, west. Point R is 15 meter in the east of point U. Point P is 10 meter west of point Q, which is 15 meter north of point W. Point S is 15 meter west of point T. Point Q is 15 meter south of point R. Point T is 5 meter east of point W. Point V is 15 meter north of point P. This is what we are having. Now let's start drawing the diagram. Point R is 15 meter east of point U. Okay. So let's suppose if this is my point U. Let's suppose east, that means in this direction. So this is my point R at a distance of 15 meters, right? Next, point P, Q and W, there is no reference. S, T, no reference. Q, R, okay, R. Point Q is 15 meters south. So we can assume that this distance is 15 meters and here we are having our point Q, right? Point Q is 15 meters south of point R. T, W, we are not having any reference. V, P, no reference. Now back to this point. Point P is 10 meter west. If this is 15, so we can assume that this distance is of 10 meters, right? And here we are having point P. Next, point Q, which is 15 meter north of W, okay. So if this is north, that means we can assume that this is my point W at a distance of 15 meters, right? Next, point S is 15 meters west of T, we are not having T. Point Q is 15 meter, okay. Point T is 5 meter east of point W. So let's suppose this is your point T at a distance of 5 meters. Next, point V is 15 meter north. So here we are having somewhere over here we are having point V. This is my point V at a distance of 15 meters, right? Point S is 15 meter west of point T. That means it will lie somewhere over here. This is my point S and this distance is of 10 meter and this is 5, total 15, right? This is what we are having. Very good, very good Star, very good Sundaram. Let's see. So the first question is very simple. It is asking in which direction and at what distance is point V from point R. This distance is nothing but 10, as this is equals to this one, and this direction is a west direction, 10 meter west. Option number C is the correct one. Simple, right? Next, point S is in which direction with respect to point P? With point P, S is in south direction. It's very simple. Option number A is the correct one. Next, point U is in which direction with respect to point T? Point T and point U. Point U is in northwest direction with respect to point T. Option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. Very good, Rakesh. Once we are done with the diagram, we can easily able to answer the questions, right? Next, now we are having a very simple questions from the quant section in today's lecture, because this is, I guess, 2018 or 16 clerical examination, prelims examination. So it's a very simple one. The question is saying that a sum becomes 1.6 times of itself in 5 years at simple rate of interest, and we know that what is the formula of simple interest? Principal into rate into time divided by 100. And why we are dividing it by 100? Because rate is present in the percentage format. Find rate of interest per annum. This is a very simple one. Very good, Sundaram. Very good, Rakesh. Now try to solve this particular question, and trust me, this is a very easy one. There is no as such calculation. Very good, Star. Very good, Sundaram. It's quite easy. The question is saying that this will become your amount, right? This will become your amount, and we know that amount is nothing but simple interest plus principal, right? But according to the question, we know that we need to calculate the rate of interest, and simple interest is nothing but the principal amount into the rate into the time period, right? And the time period is given as 5. So the interest that we are getting on the sum of some amount is 1.5 of itself. So we can say that we are getting 0.6 as interest on 1. I'm just assuming that I am just investing 1 rupee. I just invested 1 rupee for 5 years, right? So this will become 20, and when I multiply 20 with the help of 0.6, the rate of interest that I got is of 12%. Option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. Very good, Sundaram. Very good, Rakesh. Very good, Star, right? Next. The next one says that a man invested 20% of his salary income in LIC and remaining gave his to mother. Mother spent 15% of it in household expenses and she was left with rupees 27,200. Then find the salary of the man. What we need to do? We just simply need to find out the salary, and we know that how to attempt these kind of questions. First, we need to assume a value equal to the 100. That's a assumed salary of the man, and accordingly we can do the bifurcations. So what answer we people are getting? It's a very simple one. So I'm just assuming that the salary of the man is 100 rupees. Assumed salary, right? Now, the question is saying that out of this 100 rupees, 20%, that means the 20% of this particular amount is nothing but 20. He invested this in LIC, okay. Now, he is left with 80 rupees, that the 80% of the amount, right? He gave this amount to the mother, okay. Now, mother is having 80 rupees. Now, out of this 80 rupees, mother spent 15% of that. So, what is the 15% of 80? What is the 15% of 80? Very good, Star, very good, Sundaram. It's a very easy one. What is the 15% of 80? It's a very simple one. All we need to do is we just simply need to multiply, right? It is nothing but it is 120 if we multiply it, and here we are having percentage, so 12 rupees. He spent on household. Now she is still left with 68 rupees. She is still left with 68 rupees. But according to the question, she is not left with 68 rupees. She is actually left with 27,200 rupees, which is nothing but present on the multiple of 400. If this value is present on the multiple of 400, that means this value is also present on the multiple of 400, and this is nothing but the salary of the man is nothing but 40,000. Option number E is the correct one. Option number E is the correct one. It's very simple, right? Very good, right? Next one. The next one is also very easy one. If 6 marks are awarded to right answer and 3 marks are penalty for wrong answer, then Prabhat's score was 120. If he attempted 50 questions, then find the number of correctly attempted question, and this one is a very easy. You can easily able to apply the concept of allegations over here. And if you don't want to put the allegations, in that case also you can easily able to get the answer just by doing some addition and subtraction. So what answer we people are getting? Very good. So here first I am just assuming that here for the correct questions, right? For correct questions, she is that Prabhat is getting 6 marks, right? If he attempted all the questions correctly, how many marks he got? He got 300 marks, right? If he attempted all the questions correctly. And if he attempted the questions incorrectly, so he will get some penalty of 3 marks. That means for every incorrect answer he is getting -3. And if he attempted all the questions incorrectly, how much score he got? He got -150. But actually he will got 120 rupees. So whatever ratio that we are getting over here is the ratio of number of questions attempted by him. Here we are getting a ratio of number of questions. Okay. So if I do the subtraction over here, I'll get 120 minus 150, right? This is the format in which I am going to write. So this is nothing but 120 plus 150. This is what we are having, right? Now when I add these particular values, I'll get 270. And here I will get 180. Now I want to find out the ratio in between these two. So the 0 and 0 are eliminated, and the ratio I got is 3:2. So in total he is only attempting 5 questions according to this ratio. But actually how many questions he is attempting? He is attempting 30 questions, but it is present on the multiple of 10. That means these individual values are also present on the multiple of 10. So the question is asking correctly attempts, that is present on the multiple of 3 into 10, that is nothing but 30. This is the one way through which you can easily able to solve, right? Now just simply assume Here the question is saying that the Prabhat attempted 50 questions, right? If he attempted all of them correctly, then how much marks he got? 300, right? For every penalty, how many marks he is losing? 3. So we can easily able to do the calculation of like minus 150, and accordingly we will get 150, and we will just simply find out the difference, and accordingly we can get the value, right? Next, try to focus on the studies only, right? Everyone knows about it. First, the question is saying that in a city 75% of population is literate, in which ratio of male to female is 9:5, and ratio of illiterate male to female is 3:2. Find the ratio of literate female to illiterate female in the city. This is a very simple one. As first, what we will do, we just simply assume that there are 100 people, right? Out of 100 people, 75% are literate. And what we need to do, we just simply need to find out the ratio in between literate female to illiterate female, right? So the question is simply saying that out of 100, the 75% people are literate. But out of them, the ratio of male to female is 9:5. That means if we are having 9 males, so on 9 males we are having 5 female. So total is 14. So we can say that there are 5 females in 14 people, right? This is the ratio that we are having for the literate females. We need to find out the ratio to the illiterate. So we are having 25%, the rest 25% is the illiterate one. And in that one, the ratio is 3:2. That means we can say that we are having 2 females out of 5. We just simply need to find out the ratio of this one, right? Okay. So here we are getting 3, right? This 100 and this 100 is eliminated. Now if we will see here what we are having 3, 5 and 5. 3 into 5 into 5 to the ratio 2 into 14. Here 5 into 5, that is 25, 25 into 3, that is 75. 75 to the ratio 28. If we will solve this, we will get 2.7 to the ratio 1. That means your option number C is the correct one. Your option number C is the correct one. Clear? Next. The next question says that ratio of length to breadth of a rectangle is 5:4. If the area of that rectangle is 720 square centimeter and breadth of this rectangle is equal to the side of a square, then find the area of that square. Again, this is a very easy one. So here we know that how to find out the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is nothing but length into breadth, right? Which is given as 720 centimeter square. Now, as we are not having the exact values, but we are having the ratios. Ratio of length to breadth, which is nothing but 5:4. So I am just assuming a variable over here. So I am just saying that the length of the rectangle is 5x and the breadth is 4x. So with the help of these variables, I can say that the area of rectangle is nothing but 20x square. But according to the question, it is equals to 720 centimeter square, right? So this 0 and this 0 is eliminated. Here the value of x square is nothing but 36. So the value of x that we are getting over here is 6 centimeter. The value of x is that we are getting over here is 6 centimeter. So the length will become 30 centimeter and breadth will become 24 centimeter. Clear? Now the question is saying that the breadth of the rectangle is equal to the side of square. Right? That means the side of square is nothing but 24 centimeter. And what we have to do, we have to calculate the area. and area of square is nothing but equals to the side square. So we just simply need to find out the square of 24, which is nothing but 576 centimeter square. Do we have that in options? Yes, option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. So very simple, right? Next. The next question says that R is 1.5 times as efficient as that of P and Q takes half time as compared to that of R. If R and P takes 2/5 days to complete half of the work, then find the time taken by R and Q together to complete the whole work. This is again a very simple question. First, what we have to do, we have to write down the efficiency ratio, and once if we are done with that, we can easily able to get the values. First, what you have to do, you have to write down the efficiency ratio. Okay, let's start discussing it. The question is saying that R is 1.5. So I can write 1.5 as 3/2, right? So the efficiency of R is nothing but 3/2 of efficiency of P, right? Okay. So from this one, if I want to write down, I can say that 2 of R is nothing but 3 of P. So if I want to write down the ratio in between R and P, I can write it as 3/2, right? This is what? This is the efficiency ratio. But the question is also saying that Q takes half time, and we know that efficiency and time is directly proportional. So we can say that if we want to write down the ratio in between Q and R, we can write it as Q 2/1. But what we need to write down the combined ratio. We need to write down the combined ratio. So Q ratio R ratio P. This is nothing but 2/1. So we can write 1 over here, and this is nothing but 3/2. So here we can write 3. So the combined ratio, the combined efficiency ratio that we got over here is this one. This is my efficiency ratio. Now the question is saying that if R and P are working together, so they will do the half of the work in 2/5 days. So what I can do, I can write it as 12/5, right? So with the help of this data, first we need to find out the total work. So total work can be calculated as both R and P are doing 12/5 of the work, and they are only doing the half work, right? So this is the half. So we need to multiply it by 2. Why we are multiplying by 2? Just to make it a complete work. This is my complete work, and they are doing with the efficiency of 5. They are doing it with the efficiency of 5. That means the total work that they are doing is of 24 units. This is a completely assumed value, as we are having ratio over here, right? Or you can assume 5x just to make it as a actual value. Okay. Now we need to find out the time taken by R and Q to do the same work, and we know that how to find out the time. That is nothing but the total work done divided by the total efficiency, which is nothing but 9. So if you will solve this, you will get 2 6/9 over here, which can be written as 2/3 days. That means your option number E is the correct one. Option number E is the correct one. So the questions that we are having in our today's sessions are quite easy. So we are going to wind up this particular lecture over here only. But before that, we are having some important announcement. So if you are preparing for RRB NTPC, and if you know someone who are preparing for competitive exams like RRB NTPC, RRB JEE, SSC, SSC JEE, then don't forget to share these particular codes with them, because here ACE is offering pre-recorded codes for RRB NTPC and they are offering 25% off, or we can say 25% discount on it. If you will use the codes NTPC25, you will get 25% discount, and you can also scan this particular code just to get directly on that particular page. But there's a discount of 20% on RRB JEE CBT1, CBT2, SSC CGL and SSC JEE paper 1, paper 2. For that you can use the code ACE20 just to get 20% discount. So with this one, let's end this video over here only. We'll meet in the next one. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye bye, and thank you so much for watching this video.